Energy Bagua Aerobics. Let's start to practice Energy Bagua Aerobics. Let's do warm-up exercises first. Feet shoulder-width apart. Prepare for side stretch. Stretch your left hand up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 2, 2, 3, 4. Prepare for chest expansion. To the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4. Prepare for high knees. Right leg first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kick back. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put your right leg back for lunges. Try to keep your hind leg straight. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your hind legs half step forward. Sit back and raise your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your hind legs half step forward. Sit back and raise your toes. Prepare to rotate wrists and ankles. Rotate your left first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prepare to do settle chi 3 times. First time. Settle chi to your lower abdomen. Second time. Legs slightly bent. Third time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Get ready for the first set of movements. Punch and kick. Bring back your right leg and punch with right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use force from your back when punching. The back drives the arms to exert force. 5, 6. Prepare to switch. Switch. Left punch. Right punch. Kick. Exert force from your back. 7, 8. Harder. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Prepare for archery exercise. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring back your right leg. 3. Turn left. 5, 6, back, 8. Pull back with force. 3. Turn right. 5, 6, back, 8. Use force from both arms. 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 2, 3. Turn left. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 2, 3. Turn right. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 2, 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Prepare for knee strikes. Right knee first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands and knee exert force simultaneously. Pull with force. 3, 4, 5. Prepare to switch sides. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Use your core to exert force. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Prepare for move the mountain. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. To the right. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Push your palms. 3. Right leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Use your core power to push out. 3. To the left. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Push your palms. 3. Left leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Use Hung Ha to exert Chi. 3. To the right. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Open up your entire body. 3. Right leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Keep upper body straight when pushing out. To the left. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Use force from core to push palms. 3. Left leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Get ready for the second set of movements.
Great job!
Do punch and kick. Bring back your right leg and punch with right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use force from your back when punching. Harder. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prepare to switch. Switch. Left punch. Right punch. Kick. Exert force from your back. 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Keep it up!
Prepare to do archery exercise. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg step back. 3. Turn left. 5, 6. Back. 8. Pull back with force. 3. Turn right. 5, 6. Back. 8. Use force from both arms. 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your core stable. 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Open up your chest and meridians. 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Harder. 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 2, 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7, 8.
You're awesome!
Prepare for knee strike. Right knee first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands and knee exert force simultaneously. Use your core to exert force. 3, 4, 5, 6. Prepare to switch. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let's go
Prepare
again!
for move the mountain. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. To the right. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Push your palms. 3. Right leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Use your core power to push out. 3. To the left. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Push your palms. 3. Left leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Use Hung Ha to exert Chi. 3. To the right. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Open up your entire body. 3. Right leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Keep upper body straight when pushing out. To the left. Ho! 6, 7, 8. Use your core power to push out. 3. Left leg forward. Ha! 6, 7, 8. Well done, everyone.
Great job!
Get ready for relaxation. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Exhale. Move arms back in circular motions, right hand first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move to the front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Arm stretch. Stretch the right shoulder. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 3, 4, 5, 6. Put right hand on left shoulder and look back. Relax lower back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. Try to look back. 5, 6. Put your right leg back for lunges. Try to keep your hind leg straight. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 2, 3, 4. Prepare to shake your hands and feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Today's Energy Bagua Aerobics has been completed. I wish you all health and happiness. Till next time.
Congratulations! You have completed your practice.
Master JinBodhi's Golden Words. The best time to plan the year is spring. The best time to plan the day is dawn. If we recite Master JinBodhi's Golden Words every morning, we'll be full of energy, confidence, creativity, vitality, and infinite charisma for the entire day. Everything will be transformed. Please recite them aloud. I am most compassionate. I am most confident. I am most tolerant. I am most courageous. I am most trustworthy. I am most punctual. I can do anything. I am full of wisdom. I am most knowledgeable. I love to read. I love to observe. I love to listen. I love to think. I take decisive action. I am a gem of the universe. I am most charming. I am most talented. I sing most beautifully. I like challenges. I am most accountable. I will fulfill my life purpose. In heaven and on earth, I am supreme. In heaven and on earth, I am supreme. In heaven and on earth, I am supreme. Please sit down slowly. Relax your body and mind. Remain calm and relaxed. Listen carefully.
The ups and downs of life are impermanent. How can we cultivate great virtues to match the great achievements we strive for, so as to sustain prosperity? Welcome to Grandmaster JinBodhi's About Fate series. About Fate Series 6, Forging a Prosperous Destiny. Good day, everyone. Good day, Master. It's nice to see you again. Let's continue to learn about and discuss fate. This is such a difficult topic. The harder to understand, the more people want to learn. The study and analysis of the past few days benefited many practitioners. Even our young practitioners have a clearer grasp of their fate. They were confused at first but have clearer vision now. We don't need all the details like asking a fortune teller. It's good enough to have a basic idea. Better than knowing nothing at all. We also need to work on our speech, the attitude toward our work, our boss, and even our family members. There are lots of things for us to learn in all aspects of life. And these are the most essential elements for our destiny. Our life is nothing without our family as well as society. Our family is where we came from, the source of our joy and happiness, and our sanctuary when we need a break. Also, we can't live without society. It's where we work, meet our friends, and a place we can have fun and refresh our body and mind. Society is the way we keep in touch with others and explore the outside world. Without bitterness, no one knows what sweetness is. Many people haven't lived a tough life. So even when they're living a rich and comfortable life, they still don't feel happy. If there is no poverty, no one understands what prosperity is. When you haven't been poor, you don't know how to live a rich life. Most importantly, you don't know how to cherish. Of course, some say, I am living in poverty and hardship. They have no choice because that's their destiny. Living such a life and working under such conditions, they think it's normal since they've never lived in abundance. However, after striving for a better living and more achievements, gaining a happy family, owning a big house and a nice car, and having some lovely children, they're growing old but also becoming confused, because they've lost their pursuits and beliefs. Thus they lose the motivation to manage their behaviors. They've never lived a rich and noble life before. They don't know what to do. Although they don't worry anymore about living and expenses. As their financial status is more sufficient and secure, they might start worrying about something else. Such a change in lifestyle could cause people's behaviors to become confused, corrupt, muddled. Weird and even evil. An ancient saying goes, when the glass is full the water will spill. What does it mean? Say, the bucket is already full of water, and you still want to add more. Can the bucket hold more water? No way. Or, say, a container that's already filled with grain. Can you stuff more grain in it? No, you can't. When you think you're rich, or you've earned way beyond what you expected, such as you aimed to make $1 million and ended up making $50 million, I'm a rich man, but I'm not the wealthiest in the world. Being rich, someone is feeling satisfied and very content. There is nothing more they need to pursue. Thus, foolishness and arrogance arise. Even if the greatest advice is offered to them, they'd refuse to listen. So if you talk about business plans with a successful man, he won't let you speak and will tell you, I know better than you do. I know everything. He hasn't really experienced any bigger ups and downs in life. When will he stop being arrogant? Probably never. Before he dies, he can't tell if he has lived a successful or lousy life. Many people who become world champions at a young age and get famous tend to live miserably later in life. Do you know why? Because they only focus on their talents. For example, a young kid in a mathematics competition, when the experts ask him for a calculation, shortly after moving his fingers, he gives the correct answer, which shows he's talented. Say, you're a world-class swimming champion, and you can swim very fast. What about being a man? It doesn't mean you're a decent man. If you only focus on your calculations every day, and don't even know how to behave properly, or you practice swimming diligently but you're very impolite, all you care about is being the champion. Once you're the champion, what's next? Your champion halo makes you arrogant, you ignore others. I'm the world's fastest calculating champion. What gives you the right to teach me? Well, I'm no champion, I'm nobody. Once they become the champion, it's not the same as before. They won't listen to your advice. For young people, early success might not be a good thing. They might start declining faster and earlier. I've met several athletes in China who were world champions. When I was sitting near them, I smelled something, and then I looked at them. They were on drugs and looked like ghosts. I was shocked at first. They're world champions. Why would they do that? I didn't know how to comment on such a discovery. The earlier you make your achievement, the sooner you start declining. When you haven't earned enough fortitude and life experience, your success might ruin your life. Well, that's another topic, since we're talking about fate. Being a champion with a specific talent or the best in the world doesn't mean that your destiny will always be perfect. Without such a big halo and title, no one will care if he's on drugs because he is a nobody. He's not famous and it's less embarrassing. If he's a world champion and caught by the police for taking drugs or being a drug dealer, he'd be in big trouble and his career would end. So, let me remind you to always be very careful, to behave and manage your life. Let's consider a more practical example. Say, a couple worked very hard for their small business. They set the goal of making $1 million for a better life. Surprisingly, they made $50 million. At this point, arrogance arises. They become impolite and ignore whatever others say. They start complaining, taking drugs, clubbing or bar hopping. They acquire many bad behaviors. What they've built will soon collapse and be ruined. Building a career is challenging, like constructing a building. Even if you have the money, you can't have a skyscraper built overnight. It takes a year or a few years. It takes even longer for a family. From being penniless to having a house, your kids going to prestigious schools, then owning a couple of cars, it takes decades to build up a living. However, if you want to ruin such a perfect, prosperous living, it's akin to pouring boiling water on a tree, it will wither rapidly. It's very dangerous. Therefore, I wish you'd manage your family and career with gratitude. Regardless of who you are, be grateful for your family members, your job, your friends and your environment. Always show them your gratitude. That's how to make your life more beautiful. Being poor to understand wealth, taste bitterness to know sweetness. Being arrogant and rude does no good. Humility and gratitude bring achievements. I've been thinking, why do people experience afflictions after they create achievements? I also analyzed why they reject others' advice when they become successful. They're too proud and arrogant to accept others' suggestions. This happens because the virtue isn't enough for the blessings received. When wealth approaches, your accumulated virtues and conduct are not enough to support the glorious building you built. So you'll become very annoyed and afflicted by the prosperity. Being rich is equated with happiness, however, it turns out the opposite, all because of a lack of virtuous conduct and accomplishment. What's virtuous conduct? It's good manners. Without good manners and gratitude, you'll be confused and invert black and white. To be able to bear the wealth, we need to build a foundation first. Say, like let's say a big tree. When a normal big tree has an extra large crown, the crown is the extending branches. When the crown is developed, it's almost round in shape, like a big mushroom. If the crown's diameter is 50 meters, the roots would extend about 50 to 80 meters or even 100 meters in radius to support the whole tree. Otherwise, when a strong wind blows, without such extensive roots, the tree would fall easily. Then the roots would be exposed above the ground and the tree would die. Thus, a huge crown needs an extensive foundation. Say, a 70-story skyscraper. If each story is 3 meters high, 70 stories would be about 200 meters in height. It requires a foundation with the same depth underground. In case an earthquake or strong typhoon occurs causing shaking, such a strong foundation and sturdy structure can resist the force and prevent the whole building from collapsing. That's the importance of a foundation. Therefore, if you want to carry all the blessings, such as great prosperity, fame and fortune, you must have the foundation of wisdom. What is it exactly? The foundation of accumulated merits and virtues from doing good deeds. That's how you transform a miserable life into a glorious one. Originally, you're fated to die of hunger. Someone with the highest rank, Emperor Liang Wu, starved to death. Another one was Zhou Yafu, a renowned great general in Han Dynasty. He also died of hunger. Being such high-ranking officials as general or chief commander, how could they die of hunger? They lacked merits and virtues. Their facial features had the proof of being fated to die of hunger. It's the two lines on both sides of the face next to the mouth. The physiognomist had foreseen that. Zhou said, "I don't believe it. Let's see." Finally, Zhou really starved to death. No one had ever thought such a rich man would end up dying that way. But it happened. When you're fated or the god of destiny is calling for your punishment, with the order from heaven, you have nowhere to hide. You die by whatever means you're fated to die. You just don't deserve the blessings. He must have committed crimes or killed someone he wasn't supposed to. In ancient times, the truly great generals would never kill. The old, weak, women, children, or surrendered soldiers. There was no explanation about this rule, but it was inauspicious to violate it. Horses, donkeys and cows that helped in wars and transportation. And even the hunting dogs were not allowed to be killed. If the generals killed the captives, they would be condemned by the military and common people. Heaven would not forgive such people. A code of honor was practiced even on the battlefield. Soldiers were supposed to kill each other, but not after surrendering. Beheading or burying surrendered soldiers alive will send you to hell. That's the cause and effect created by one's own behavior. If you kill someone that you're not supposed to, it shows that you lack moral sense. What is moral sense? Compassion. If you lack compassion, and kill those you shouldn't, or rob those you shouldn't, you will have to pay the price and face judgment from heaven. If you gain prosperity but lack sufficient virtues, then even though you wear splendid clothes, live in a mansion, drive luxurious cars, and have big savings, none of it is yours. You'll be disturbed. The God of destiny and the evil spirits won't spare your life. The evil spirits will say, "You're so wicked and living so well. Let's play. You're going to be afflicted every day." Now that I've brought this up, let me remind you again. Try to accumulate virtues to match your blessings. Be compassionate and grateful. With gratitude and contentment. Think about the superior life you have now. Be grateful to the generous people. If you inherit your parents' wealth, be grateful to them. Be careful and serious with your conduct. Don't live a lavish life. If you become arrogant and ignorant, it's because you're not grateful. Without gratitude, arrogance arises. A life without gratitude is a rotten and extravagant life. You'll just focus on buying lots of luxury items and handbags. I heard about a woman in Hong Kong who was a Bodhi practitioner. Her friend once asked me, "Master, do you know how many pairs of shoes she owns?" She meant the beautiful designer heels. Shoes? I wasn't impressed much at first. What about shoes? Then I heard that she had collected 280 pairs of designer high heels. I said, "Is she sick or what? Shoes are supposed to be worn for walking." She said, "Hers are special, they are works of art. Won't she be affected by negative energy with that many pairs of heels?" What she pursued was all material desires. Her lack of gratitude didn't match the blessings she was given. I said before that wealth rarely passes to the third generation. Her wealth won't pass to the next generation, since her son can't manage it. Just look at their bad behaviors. The mother collected so many pairs of heels and other negative things. Her son liked basketball and collected name-brand basketball shoes. Even a fake Michael Jordan autograph, he'd spend a fortune for it. He owned a few hundred pairs of basketball shoes. It's just crazy. Another one who got affected by the negative energy. Her wealth won't last to the third generation. Her son will use it up. They didn't deserve the blessings. One day, she made some risky investment and lost all she had. That happened 20 years ago. Now, they're bankrupt. Forget about the third generation. Some parents claim, "I've always told my kids to be good and achieve big." That's when you were making a point. What about the daily conversations? Whatever you said was automatically imprinted in their mind. Their conduct and behaviors, and views of life, values and habits will be passed down from the parents, and then multiplied by 2, which means they will be intensified. They're going to spend a lot more money than you. I've mentioned, if you remember, a person in Hong Kong. He used a whole story of a building as an office, and had more than 300 employees doing his trading business. He owned the most expensive car with a front as big as a tractor, which cost more than 10 million RMB. They owned 2 or 3 of them. His assets were said to have reached $1 billion about 20 years ago. Super rich, right? In his office, on his desk, there was a photo which was taken when he was 16 in his hometown in China. His clothes, looks and hairstyle were outdated, like in an old movie. I asked, "Who is this?" He said, "It's me." "Why were you so ugly?" He said, "I was malnourished." Anyway, he worked very hard and earned a lot of money. He asked me for advice, but I guess he never listened. He also sought help from feng shui masters for his business. "Look, I've put 8 big water tanks at the best spot for wealth convergence." I told him, "Not bad." But when I looked at his family, his and his kids' facial features, though I'm not a fortune teller, I felt he was fated to be poor. How come he had so much money? My God, please tell me why. I had no clue. He lost everything 2 years later. He became penniless and had a huge debt. What happened? He had a brother who was a big fat guy. He's taller than me. He looked quite blessed but also like a gangster. He wore a long braid. In his office, he kept a lot of hardcover books all about capitalism, Lenin and other great people's stories. There were over 1,000 of them, all in black and red. He must have been very knowledgeable. He wore lots of gold and diamond rings on his hands. His hands were fatter than pigs' trotters. It's him who suggested smuggling things into China. They invested everything they had and lost everything in the end. I wish what I'd heard was, they were poor and then rich and long-lived, enjoying tea and playing with their grandchildren. The whole family living harmoniously and joyfully. But not the case. His family was totally ruined even before he had a grandchild. He sought help from the best feng shui master, remember? He was told to place the water tanks at the wealth spot in his house. The tanks sold by the master were supposed to hold lots of money. But the master didn't say how long the money would last. Once the family was bankrupt, his tanks were all taken away to bless another family. Those expensive cars were all forfeited by the government. It proved I was right about him, having the face of a pauper who couldn't carry so much money. He said, "I can't go against my big brother." I don't think that was the problem. He didn't have enough virtues to sustain all the blessings he was given. Lacking the virtues to sustain blessings will attract disasters. Only a deep virtuous foundation will sustain prosperity. So, what should be done to keep our blessings and pass them to our future generations to sustain? Here is the answer. Listen carefully. Use virtue to manage your family, pass virtue to descendants. Have gratitude, always be thankful to the people around you. Be compassionate even to your business rivals. Compassion is about giving, helping and contributing. If you care about nothing but money, you'll have endless greed and desire. In running a business, people try all means to earn their fortune. But rarely do they think about whether they can sustain wealth. No, they can't, so they make risky investments elsewhere that they might not be able to control. Problems and disasters follow. How do we avoid this situation? It's easy. All thoughts start with your mind and in your heart. Buddha said, "A serene mind creates a serene world." As long as we're grateful, with compassion to guide us, and with gratitude to face our family, bosses and children, we will not inflict harm. We'll be more grateful, willing to praise, care and give joyfully. Many don't know much about parenting. They just cry when something happens. As ordinary people, we often complain about and blame those around us. We don't cherish them until we've lost them. When you lose someone, it's like the end of the world. And pain will follow. Many people, through their actions, are plotting the end of their world. Although they might not mean it. Their curses and destructive complaints are bringing great harm to their own families. As complaints accumulate, it leads to betrayal. To complain is a betrayal, indeed. When negativity accumulates to a certain point, it explodes and destroys your whole family. Only by becoming one with the world can you live a good life. Being ordinary, you might not know how to be one with the world. First of all, you have to be one with your family. Then with the environment that you're living in. Have your thoughts in sync with those of your boss. Be one with your city. Your mentality and emotions are starting to transform. And soon your problems will be resolved. Learning Buddhism is also a great way to help solve psychological issues. When you realize others are not living as well as you, their husbands or wives are not as capable and loving as yours, their children are not as smart as yours, and some are disabled, you should be grateful and contented that your family is in good health. Show your gratitude to your family members, colleagues, bosses. Be grateful for being blessed to live in such a good society, where you feel safe, comfortable and at peace. In the past, Buddhist masters used to greet with, "Are you at peace?" Yes, I am at peace.
是吧？
When Grandmaster Bodhidharma's disciple, Wei Kei, went to meet him,
慧可见这个达摩祖师的时候，
Bodhidharma was meditating in a cave on
大禅洞
Songshan.
里头打坐。
It was snowing heavily when he climbed up to see Bodhidharma.
见达摩祖师说，
Bodhidharma asked, "What brings you
有什么事
here?
找我？
Master, please put me at peace." Master said, "Give me your heart and I'll put you at peace."
安好的。
Wei Kei said, "I don't know where it is." That means he didn't even know where his afflictions came from.
其实找不着。啊，
Master said, "I have put it at peace
就已经
already."
给你安好了。哦，
Wei Kei then felt better. His afflictions came from the things he'd done wrong.
做错了事情，
By letting them go and starting a new life, he'd be good as new.
就让他把它洗净它。
A concept in meditation practice says that Buddha is in our heart. It is clouded by your greed, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and
就
doubt.
像很多杂色把你给缠绕了一样。
By removing the dirt, your heart is still pure and bright as Buddha.
内心还是个清净光明的佛。
As I said, a serene mind creates a serene world. When our heart is pure, we see the beauty of the world.
世界是这么美好。
When we are wise, we feel
有
grateful.
感恩的感觉了，是吧？
With
所以
such
用这种
kind
善
thoughts
念
and compassion,
慈悲啊，
we
我
can
们才能
feel
感
and
到
sustain the joy and bliss.
还要保持这个幸福的这种感觉。
If
还
you're
有
capable
要
and
你
successful,
也
I
希望
bet you'll
很多
wish your
能干比较
descendants
成功的人士，你也希望你的后代和你一样，有一
were
种
also as
啊
positive,
积极向上
motivated, and
努力
hardworking
拼
as
搏
you.
持家的精神，
right?
对不对？我告
Here's
诉
the
你个出
way.
路哈。第一个，我们
Firstly,
自己要
quit
戒
your
掉奢
lavish
侈，
living.
这种
Such
叫做
living will only
骄
make
奢
your
的生活
child
方式，
corrupt and lazy.
都会让他变得腐败，没有动力。所
As
以我们
parents,
做
we
家
can
长
be
的
rich,
一
but
定
we
要
must
学会
spend
叫做
wisely.
富贵，但是要维持简朴的生活。别
Don't
买
buy super
那些奢
luxurious
侈品，
things.
别
Avoid
别去
places
那
that
些
are
不务正
foul
业
or
的行业里
improper,
去，有一
such
些
as
赌博呀，
casinos and drug dens.
去吸毒呀，啊，在
Many
很多国家都
countries
有
have
各
such
种的
improper
并不太
activities and
正统的
entertainments.
那种娱乐的场所呀。
Stay away from them.
所以
To
我
have
们
our
怎么
kids
样能
inherit
够
our
将这
wealth
个
and
富贵
happiness?
和美好传承下去啊？
We
其实
need
我
to
们要
make
做
a
一个
big
最大的准备。
investment.
这个投资
Parents
是
have to stop
父
being
母亲要忍
extravagant.
得住你那个奢侈的行为，要
Stop
忍得住
talking
你废话
nonsense and
连篇的那个废
vulgarities.
话，别说废话，说些
Speak
有道
kindly
理
and
的、有
morally.
善意的语言，去
Do
干一些
things
正经的
properly.
事情。就是
Your
你这些
behaviors
行
are
为啊，
impacting your
正
children.
是在教化着孩子。虽然
Although
你的
your
孩子稍
teenage
稍
children
到了
won't
十几
care
岁，
to
到了
learn your
叛变的时候，
behaviors,
他并不稀罕你的行为，可
they will
是
pick up from you
其
naturally
实
without
而且
being
是必
aware of
然
it.
的，他都在模仿着。等他
Before they're
长大
truly
之后，还
mature,
不是
or,
真
say,
正长大
before
成人，还没
35,
到35岁以前的时候，他
their
所有的行
behaviors,
为遇到了问
problem
题，
solving,
他的
view
世
of
界
the
观、
world
价
and
值观
values, are
都
all
是
reflections of yours.
完
They
全
have
复制了
copied
父
from
母
you.
亲的那些行为，他全部学到手了。
They
他
don't
没有
have
更
other
多的参考
references,
了，
so they can only follow yours.
你的那些行为他全部照着做了，你发
They
现
are a
这是你的
copy
范
of
本，
you. A
不是像
copy
马
of
戏
their
上的，要
father
不就
or
两个人
mother,
合
or a
体，
combination of both.
就是这样。所以
Some
有些家
parents
长说
claim
孩
their
子不争
children
气，
are badly
天下
influenced.
出来就是学坏。
I'm
那我
more
就那你
worried
家父
about
母
them
亲给他
being a
这个
role
是怎么
model
教
at
好
home.
你们的行为？他说
They
我说
say,
他的
I
时候
told
让
them
他
to
学
behave
好，
well.
可
If
是
the
你的行
parents
为，
don't
你的
behave
发
well,
展
how
本
could
身
they
行为
have
就不
good
正，
kids?
你怎么让你的孩子学好呢？你
The
都不知
parents
道什么
don't
叫
even
好
know
和
good
坏。
from bad.
所
So
以
I
我在
must
提醒
remind you.
朋友们，要
If you
跟我
want to
学
learn
习
from me
要
about
整
how to
个将
forge
这
a
个
good
命运经
fate,
营好的话，先进
decide
行像上一
between
节课
good
一
and
样，就
bad,
选
kind
择
and evil,
好
as you learned in the last
和坏，
class.
选择善和恶。当你
After
进行
you've
选择之
chosen to
后，
be
我
good
的
and
选择是
kind, you
善
need
的，
to be
是好
contented and
的，那
grateful.
所以我们就学会知足感恩。
Be contented and grateful. Good thoughts come from a good mind. Rich but thrifty, quitting luxury brings peace of mind. Spread and pass on virtues for better future generations. When you sulk about your life, think about those less fortunate. Then you should be contented. You don't want to be worse than them, right? You are better than the worst, worse than the best. There is room for development on both good and bad sides. Do you want to be better or worse? For sure better, right? Then have kind thoughts, do kind actions, and speak kind words. To your children, spouse and friends, your words should be elegant and moral. Some have a habit of rudeness, polite speech feels false to them. No problem. Just keep doing it until you're used to it, then you'll be a truly elegant person with a noble heart and mind. If your children have learned morality, your family assets will pass down. They might even surpass you and achieve more than you. Thanks to their parents being good role models. What your children become depends on you. If you want your children to protect the family heritage and pass on virtues, then do your part, pass on virtues and compassion. If you don't teach them compassion, your family heritage will only go as far as the third generation. To ensure your family heritage lasts, help your children learn virtues. They'll live gratefully and simply, even though they're rich. That way they'll have more room for growth. If they already have the best things for living, eating and daily use, they won't strive for further achievement. They'll say, why do I need to work hard for more achievements? Look at those employees who made little mistakes. They got yelled at and docked pay by their bosses. I met a few smart rich kids who quit their jobs after 2 years or less. They'd entered a morbid state and self-isolated at home. The son of a Hong Kong practitioner was doing well in a world-famous firm as a scientific researcher. His family is super rich, they own all the properties on half a street. That young man who stayed at home caused his mother such worry. She sought help from the psychologists, sorcerers, and feng shui masters, but all in vain. Nothing she tried moved the young man one bit. The son simply didn't leave his room. Why? It was their bad karma. They're so rich that even the teacups were gold-plated. Why should the kid work hard? The young man was a team leader at his firm. After receiving a minor blame from the boss, he got angry and quit. Ever since, he stayed home doing nothing. His mom tried to find him a girlfriend a couple years later. The son said, okay, sounds good. Since they were so rich, she brought 38 girls home for him to choose from. She said, son, pick the one you like. Wow, my goodness. His mom couldn't find a solution despite being so rich. She came to me. Master, what's wrong with my son? I said, you guys are too rich. His mom didn't understand. You mean the god of wealth is evil? I said, the god of wealth can be wicked too. Especially when it's a wicked family. Being rich will ruin the whole family. But if you're virtuous and decent, you'll be able to bear the wealth. Otherwise, wealth can ruin your life anytime. Most people admire such a wealthy family, right? Who would have thought their wealth would trouble them so much? Therefore, as parents, you must practice righteousness and compassion. Remember right mind, right thoughts and right actions. Especially for the ladies. Please mind your words even when you're talking to your family. Don't curse, defame, attack, tease or belittle. Do more chanting, praising, encouraging, caring and dedicating. I mean not only to strangers but also to your family. That will create harmony in your family. Harmony is a manifestation of compassion. Harmonious behaviors create a harmonious environment. The compassionate deities will bless you. Your family will have good feng shui and great prosperity. You need to revere and protect this blessing. With this blessing, you'll gain wisdom. And you'll be able to pass on the prosperity, compassion and virtue to your future generations. You need to put great effort into it. Some people think it only relates to them if they believe in it. No, not like that. It's philosophy. If you don't behave yourself, what you and your children have right now will all disappear. Yes, the gods, including of luck and wealth, will leave. Even the rats will run away from you, needless to say the gods. You'll be ruined by your own behaviors, not the gods. Your lousy behaviors caused by wealth bring harm to others and make you ignorant. Compassion is the best fortune and feng shui. Gradually, it'll lead us to live in harmony and prosperity. Your whole family will be happy and joyful. Everything will be under control. Family members will respect each other. It will be a family with a stately father, a loving and dignified mother, and children that fulfill filial piety. This is the order which should exist in a family. When the parents speak, the children should respect and listen. This is a virtuous and fortunate family. Without such blessing, even if living in a house with good feng shui, you'll be afflicted because you lack the capacity to bear. The gods of fortune and auspiciousness will not bless you just because you live there. No, they won't. Disasters await if you don't deserve the blessings. It's smooth sailing when your virtues are worthy of the blessings. If your clothes are tailor-made for you, they'll fit and make you beautiful and comfortable. If the size is not right, either too big or too small, the clothes will be uncomfortable. So your conduct, environment, wealth, even your family members should all be matching. The wealthier you are, the more you should mind your conduct and behaviors. Conduct affects actions. Virtuous conduct equals good performance. Performance comes from actions. So please pay attention, all right? Compliments bring your family the sunshine of compassion. Let's manage ourselves with right mind, right thoughts and right actions. Treat your children with kind thoughts, kind words and kind actions. Be a good role model and show respect for family members. Harmony brings the prosperity to the family.
南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨， 萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音 萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音 南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨， 世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无 观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南 世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无 世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无 观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。
Now it's time for our closing exercise. Rub your palm until they're warm. Glide your palms over your face from chin to forehead to cheek without actually touching them. Rub your palms until they're warm. Part your fingers and firmly comb your hair from forehead to the back of the neck. Rub your palms. Pat your entire body from top to bottom. Pat your head firmly with relaxed wrists. Do it calmly. Pat your left shoulder. Then pat your right shoulder. Continue to pat your chest. Then pat your left armpit down to the side of your rib cage. Switch to the right. Pat your right armpit down to the side of your rib cage. Next, pat your abdomen with relaxed hands. Please stand up slowly. Pat down from the front of your thighs, knees, shins, ankles, and tops of your feet. Gently pat the lower back, down to the buttocks, down to the back of your thighs, calves, ankles, and heels. Continue to pat the inside and outside of your legs. Start with your left leg. Relax your wrists and pat with slight force. Then pat your right leg. Continue to pat your arms. Start with your left arm. Then pat your right arm. After patting your entire body, rub your palms. Gently massage your whole body without actually touching. Visualize that you are gently sweeping away the dust and worries. You are becoming healthy and happy. At the same time, think, I'm closing this meditation practice.
Today's class has successfully completed. See you tomorrow.